Thinking of making your wedding cakes, birthday cakes, snacks, small chops, or delicious tasting desserts? Think Mix and Bake Confectionery and School. We bake cakes for all occasions as well as mouth-watering snacks and desserts. At Mix and Bake Confectionery and School, we also offer you the opportunity to learn and master the art of cake baking, decoration, and sugar crafting. You can also take your PME Professional Diploma course at Mix and Bake School, as we are recognized across the globe as a pioneer in the teaching of PME Professional Diploma course. We also stock a wide array of cake baking and decoration accessories such as cake decorating tools, edible photo machines, airbrush machines, wedding cake stands, cutters, and many more. Visit us at Ikeja 74 Ogunosi Road by Grammar School Bus Stop, Ojedubega, Ikeja, Lagos, or call 0803 727 6296 or 0704 605 3415.
Hello viewers, welcome to another very interesting episode of Cake Decorating and Sugar Craft. I'm Ikeolu Biobaku, and with me here is Tope Adewusi.
Good day.
She's the head of School of Mix and Bake Sugar Craft classes. All right, we started with Fondant Icing last episode, where we taught you how to mix fondant or sugar paste from the scratch. We also taught you how to cover it. We taught you how to emboss the technique on the board. Today we will continue the designs you can see on the cake right in front of you. Ribbon insertion, the border, and the bow, the sugar effect bow on the cake. Some of you might think it's a ribbon or something, but it's sugar. So sit back, enjoy. Now, we will be starting with the ribbon insertion. The reason why we are placing this glass jar on top of the cake is to impress and indent so that we have an outline for our ribbon insertion. And what we'll be using for the ribbon insertion is these three metal pieces. They are for ribbon insertion. Ribbon insertion is the ribbon you have on the heart-shaped cake there. We'll be replicating the same design on the round cake. So just watch how we achieve that. You push in using the double-sided ribbon inserter. Then you grab a paper ribbon. Grab your scissors, cut off some parts, and watch how that will be done. We start by measuring the ribbon inserter on the ribbon so we have exact measurements, and we cut off some tiny pieces about an inch or a quarter or half an inch spacing. So you keep cutting until you get little strips of 1 inch or half an inch, depending on the spacing you want to give your cake. Then you push the ribbon in and fix it to the other side using the one-sided ribbon inserter. And you know, by the time you're done with this design, it actually looks like a needle and thread effect. You know, a needle and threading effect. Very interesting effect. Very simple effect. Amazing. You go on adding the strips of ribbon until you get to the last bit and you complete it. So easy. So you finish up with the last bit and no one will know how the ribbons got in through the cake. All right, we will be moving on now to the border of the cake. And we have some cutters here we refer to as straight frill cutters. It comes in a set of 4. Remember, all these tools are available for sale at Mix and Bake. We used this for that cake there, so I would prefer we use another one for this one, because you can use the different 4 strips to achieve 4 different designs. Okay, interesting. So we'll be using one of the designs to achieve our bottom border. That's what we call the bottom border. Okay, so as you can see, we have a fondant that coloring has been added. We've added coloring into the fondant, and the colors come in different jars like this. You have different colors: pink, yellow, any color of your choice. You first of all roll into a such sausage shape. You grab your rolling pin and you roll. Make sure you have some icing sugar on your surface. Very important. The reason why you need icing sugar on your surface is to prevent the paste from sticking to your surface. Very, very important. Okay, so keep rolling. Another thing you can do is you measure the base. You measure your cake base with a strip of ribbon to get the exact length of your strip. So this is the length of strip we need. So you must make sure you roll out your strip a little bit longer than the ribbon. That's to guide you so that you do not create a short border. The ruler is to help you achieve a straight edge. A straight edge, not a wobbly edge. We've been able to achieve a straight strip, looking nice, looking beautiful. Then you grab your tool, the straight frill cutter, that's the name of it, and you place it on one edge. We just need it on one edge, which is going to be the top edge on the cake. Push it down and take off the excess. Isn't that interesting? So you do that continuously until you get to the end of the strip. And after cutting, this is what you get. Now, to place it on your cake, you will need something that will make it stick to your cake, because if you place it straight, it might not stick. So this is just simple water with a brush, because we're going to have this on the bottom border. We just brush some water on the bottom side of our cake. Okay, you roll the strip. That's to prevent it from breaking. And you place it on your surface. Anywhere you realize is not sticking, all you need to do is apply some more water, and voila, we have a nice border, pretty border. That's the first part. The next part we're going to be teaching you how to do now is the bow, the fabric effect bow we have on the cake there. For the bow, you can see we have 2 different colors. We have a deep green and we have a bright yellow, or a lemon yellow, if I may call it like that. Now, you can decide to use any color of your choice. There's no restriction in color. We have just chosen to use green and yellow for this particular cake. So you need 2 colors. Remember, you mix your coloring into the fondant. Then you roll out. I want you to see the effect, the technique you use in getting that striped effect. Very interesting. Looks like a fabric. Remember, always have icing sugar on your surface and cut into strips. Now follow the technique. You roll out an oblong strip, really thin, not too thick, and cut out strips, tiny strips like this. Important, tiny strips like this, okay? So you lay the strips aside to one corner and roll a base. Any color of your choice. It can be pink, it can be red, depends on the occasion. So again, we roll a base for our strip. Now, note something. The base must be thicker than the strips. So again, with a tiny brush, you draw lines with water and your brush and place those strips on the lines. The water is to stick the strip to the base fondant. So some icing sugar again, then with your rolling pin, you roll the strip on the base. You roll until the strip blends into the yellow. Now, another thing we're going to do is texture. We're going to texture the top by using a ribbed textured rolling pin. Now, like I said, don't wonder, where do I get all these things from? Just come around to Mix and Bake. They're all available. Okay? You texture it to give it like a towel or napkin effect. You cut off the excess base, and from there we create our bow. So watch closely how the bow will be created. You fold in each end like you are folding your cloth to the middle. Now you grab a tissue, because we're trying to make sure the bow looks as real as possible. The tissue is to form a support for the bow until it's dry, like the one we have right in front of you that is been completed. So again, you cut out a strip of tissue. Now the reason why we're using tissue is soft. Don't go and use something too hard that will destroy the shape. So you leave this and you continue by covering the fold. Again, you brush with some water. Isn't that so interesting? Our bow has been created. Now, we have the tail of the bow, which we are going to create now. You cut a diagonal and make sure you have 2 even strips at an angle. This is to allow it to stick. Okay. And you place your bow on it. Remember, the tissue should be taken out after it's dry, like the one there. This is just like something to set it. Okay? So, we're gradually getting to the end. We need to do one more thing, which is to create the design at the bottom of the border. That's by piping. Again, you can decide to color it, like the one on the cake we have. We colored to a green color. Remember, for more classes of all these techniques, you're welcome to Mix and Bake School, where we teach you how to churn out beautiful decorated cakes in the numbers. And if you did not watch the last episode, please make sure you get the Mix and Bake magazine. It has the recipe of the fondant we mixed in the last episode. And lastly, we're going to write a message on the cake. I don't know what message. Maybe we'll write a happy birthday, wishing someone a happy birthday over there. It might just be your birthday. You can write anything, of course. It can be happy anniversary, happy graduation, just name it. So, wishing our viewers a very happy birthday, just in case you have someone celebrating their birthday out there. So, please go back, practice whatever we've taught you today. Do have a lovely week. See you at the next episode, and do not forget to visit our website. Give us a call on anything you need. Thank you. Enjoy your week.